Hello, my name is Levi Pingele, and I was the character designer for our game project. We had to reimagine the retro fighting game Tekken, and today I will showcase all the work that I've done and what I contributed so far. This is the first thing I did when contributing to the game design project. What we had to do first is we got two twists. One was the characters could not face each other, and the other, which I'll get into later, is we had to create an entirely new character. So it came with the mechanic of portals, which I drew a mock-up for, which you can see here, and it was implemented in the final product. What you see here is the design drafts I made for a new character. So this is the second twist that I mentioned earlier. For Spectre, what I went with, the aesthetic was a ghost poltergeist design, as I wanted a spooky and terrifying character which fitted with the aesthetic of Tekken. As you can see here, I tried to keep the overall theme of the character through the different drafts, so I implemented schools, spikes, and fire to make this character seem otherworldly. This is the chosen design that I went with for our new character. After approval from the rest of the group, I finalized the design and added a few things. I made sure to make the head look a little more humanoid, even though this character is supposed to have an otherworldly theme because most of the characters in Tekken are human. So I decided to go with a more human theme. And for the colors, I went for black and purple to keep the dark and gray vibe intact. This right here is the start of the digital process that I went through. The left image is a unused and more of a failed attempt because what I wanted to do first was I took my traditional drawing, cropped it onto Karita, and tried to crop it again to create a full sprite, but it didn't work out. So I tried to scrap it and draw each sprite manually, which produced a much better result, as you can see on the left. The left is a work in progress, and as we go on, you'll see what the some of the complete sprites look like. This is a more in-depth look of what the digital process is like. So the first image is a traditional drawing. So for each sprite, I drew it traditionally using a pencil. The second image is a digital version, so I translate it by drawing it on a tablet on Karita, the same app that I used for the cropping thing, which didn't work out. So I drew it manually instead. The third image was the sprites like colored in, which we used in the final product. As you can see here, I had to create sprites for the enemy AI, so I chose the iconic character Kazuya, one of the base characters for Tekken. So as you can see here, I drew some traditional art for his attacks, so a uppercut, a kick, and another punch. And you can see on the second image, a second upwards facing kick, and some hurt sprites. I used the actual Kazuya model in game as basis, and I watched some footage of his attacks and how he reacts in game and tries to translate it digitally, which you'll see on the next slide. This is what the completed sprites look like for Kazuya. So as you can see here, I tried to match the color of the original game, but for some reason it's not completely accurate. But I did try my best to try and match what Kazuya actually looks like in game. So you can see here all the sprites like completed. These are the mockshots that I drew for our game demo. So as you can see, the image on the left is the original from the original game Tekken. This is what the lineup would look like when you start the game. So I tried to match that with what you see on the right. That's what the characters I drew look like, and I used the left image as basis. This is the culmination of our work, a screenshot of the demo that was work in progress, which you'll see in our group presentation. This is what my sprites are like in game, and I think it looks fantastic. So far, the colors are great, and it fits in with the overall vibe that we were trying to convey when we reimagined this retro game. Overall, for the first assignment, I think I did very, very well. The sprites I made weren't the best, but I did try my best, and I did try my best to pitch in, do everything on time, and the team was satisfied with my results. Every time I showed them, I got really good feedback, so that encouraged me to really up the standards of what I was doing. I worked fast, and I made sure to submit everything on time. One thing I would change it is I want you to up the quality of my sprite to it look more authentic and fit with the theme of the game. But for the most part, we did well. Everyone on my team that contributed worked well together. We all communicated well, and we all gave each other support and approval. So I think we all did amazingly for the people that contributed, and I think this retro game that we reimagined looks really, really good.